must have been happy with the composure the team showed in the fourth quarter to bring this back.
Absolutely. Is this Paul I'm speaking to?
Yes.
Yep, Paul. Yep, yes, thank you. I know when we spoke last week, we're still continuing to work on ball security, and I thought 12 turnovers tonight, the ball movement, the poise, and I think what was most impressive for me was the scoring dried up significantly in the third quarter. A 10 to 21 point third quarter. But players still continuing to back themselves on good shots. G making a big one in the corner. Meg making a massive one just in front of the Canberra bench. Polly making a massive one in the corner as well. KG on the left side going down the middle. Tolo, it'd probably be on a postcard at some point. Tolo getting an offensive rebound and finishing the game for us. All I can think of is reflecting on game 2 of the grand final last season where she did the exact same thing off a foul shot. I thought, both KG and Tolo put in a captain's effort today. So I'm incredibly proud of everyone. And Izzy continuing to, work on getting downhill and being aggressive and being a scorer and facilitator at the same time, finding the balance whilst also playing defence. Just really proud of the whole group today.
Speaking of Izzy, she was absolutely on fire in the first half of the game. Was that part of your plan to really let her lead with the scoring like that, or was it just the way that the cards fell?
I think KG and I have spoken about this a bit. Izzy's a very talented scorer, and it'd be crazy for us to have. Obviously we recruited her for a number of reasons, but we're trying to reload on some pieces that were here last season, and Izzy is a huge part of what we do offensively, and so we've got to continue to find ways to get her great looks, and we've got 2 of the best screeners in the league as well, and 2 of the best post players. So we've just got to continue to work that ecosystem. To the same note of that, Canberra, Goz is a great coach. They're a smart team. They made some adjustments, and for me as coach, is continuing to find ways that when teams sort of make those adjustments, whether they deny the ball or top lock, finding other actions within our offence to still make her an effective player. To Izzy's credit, she does a lot of it herself. She becomes a screener and works harder off the ball, and she's an exceptional cutter. So she's making my job that bit easier. But I've got to continue to work harder to make that job even easier for her as coach.
Now, you have a lot of players coming in off the bench because of injuries and players not being available. I think you must have been impressed with some of those performances. Olivia Pollard particularly really stood out, dropped a couple of threes when they were really needed. How did you feel about the bench performance?
I'm incredibly proud. Impressed probably is an understatement. Proud, really proud of Polly's effort, both defensively. Having a matchup such as a Sarah Blitzarves on the other end. Sarah's an incredible player, and to be able to do it at both ends. And Sarah made some big shots. She's a talented player, and she's going to. But to continue to still play her role, make the job difficult, be able to defend multiple positions. There were times where she switched on to different players and different guards. Her versatility is exceptional, and Polly's going to continue to get better and better with every game that she plays. But at the same time, her floor spacing and ability to shoot the ball is exceptional. And I think also, on the same note, Georgia Booth played a huge role, both ends of the floor today, made big shots, played the defence, was physical, and sometimes as a byproduct did all the right things, and the offence just made shots and the sort of shots that we live with. Same as Kelsey Reese came in and made 2 massive baskets for us when we needed to, like settlers straight away, and just with poise in the paint. And her defence, she got 2 deflections, couple of rebounds, set some great screens, and even Kat. Kat came in and played a much smaller cameo, but was completely neutral in the time she was on the floor. And I think that if we can continue to invest time into our young players and give them opportunities, they're going to continue to reward the team with the types of performances that we saw today.
Kelsey, obviously, great result. Your performance in there, particularly at times when things are starting to get a little bit ragged, you really settled things down and helped the team turn things around. How do you find that your game is playing in that sort of a role?
Oh, well, thank you. I suppose I am really excited about the opportunity to be at the starting point of the career of a lot of these really talented players. And so my approach is to try to put everyone in a position to be as successful as they can be, whether it's at training or whether it's in games. And so I know this year, probably more than any year in recent time, that's my job. That's what I need to do. When things are getting a bit rattled, be the calming voice. Everyone's going to look to me, for answers and what to do, and they have immense trust in me, and I take that responsibility very seriously. And so I think, I think it's now 16 years or something like that of experience. And some people, it's their first year, and so I think that's what I can do for this team. That's what I'm trying to do. I didn't have necessarily the best mentors when I was turning pro, and so I really want to be able to pour into these young ones so they can have really long, happy, enjoyable careers and really, set them up for success.
Okay, great. Thanks for that. Congratulations to all you guys, and that's it for me.
Nothing for Teddy?
Teddy?
Say Mom's doing really well, and we can't wait for her to be back in a Spirit uniform, right? Yeah.
Teddy, is it past your bedtime?
Is it past your bedtime? Mm-hmm. It is? Mm-hmm.
It is.
Say we better go back to Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody. More?
I believe there might be still one more.
So,
Hey guys, sorry, I'll just quickly jump in. Sorry guys.
No, that's all right.
Hang out. Kennedy, I just want to start with you. What did you kind of say to that say to the team in the final timeout that you had? I think it was there was only seconds on the clock.
4.1.
What was the message there?
Well, I actually told them at the start of the quarter that I only had one timeout left, and that defense is going to have to, be incredibly solid for us and put us in a great position. And I think to the group's credit, they did exactly that in the fourth quarter. And I think as a coach, having the level of leadership and on the floor, it gave me the time that I needed to be able to save that timeout for that very situation. I almost called it with a lot more time left on the in the game with just under a minute, and I'm really glad that I backed the team in to do the right things and make the right plays, and then also getting Meg that quick sub, because I overplayed her today. Don't make any bones about that. That's my mistake as coach, and I thought that she responded incredibly well in that time. I mean, no import or experienced player or star wants to be out during that time of the game, but she understood why, and we were able to reload her, and she came back on the floor and made a massive three for us. So that timeout was just the focus was in running the play that we needed to run in order to get us the best shot or the best secondary shot that we could possibly have in that situation. The execution we still need a little work on, but Tolo came to the rescue in that moment.
There's never a doubt. I was going to Tolo the whole time.
Well, that leads nicely into my next question. Was when Tolo missed that first one and then got the rebound and then was able to score that second shot, what just were the emotions running in your head? Could you believe that she actually had got the offensive rebound and then gone on to score with 0.1 milliseconds or whatever it was?
Absolutely. Tolo's a winner. I mean, you can look at her career, she is, but I think she said that's her first game winner. I think that's actually what she said. I don't know if that's true or not, but I was stoked.
I was a little different. I looked up on the clock and saw there was 0.1 second and 0.01 of a second, and Canberra called a timeout. I'm telling the team, hey, let's not celebrate yet. The game's not over, but at the same time, congratulating Tolo on an incredible play in that moment, and obviously KG finding her off the inbounds play.
Kelsey, obviously, the Spirit have started their season with I think it was all four of your starting games have all been at home. How has that kind of been just to settle into the season?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, we had 6 games away in preseason, so I think we almost had a third of a season before our season even started. So I think it was timely for us to be able to be at home and settle in and work on some things and have strings of practices together to be able to work on stuff that we needed to, and get our group together. And so, yeah, it's about to get real on the road here pretty quick, but, I think the road can be a great place to bond off the court and continue to develop our chemistry, and test us in a different way. And, the amazing thing about this group and what I really, really love about my teammates is their want to be great, the eagerness with which they want to learn, and how they want to do it for one another. And so, it's just been really, really rewarding working with the people that I've gotten to this year.
Perfect. Awesome. That's all I have.
Can I ask a quick question? Sorry, KG.
Yep.
I think because you'll answer this very well. I thought,
No pressure.
I thought today's match was a great advertisement for the league and for the game, and we got the match-up of, during parts of the game, Izzy Borlase on Jade Melbourne, which is the future of everything. How was it for you to witness that from on court?
Yeah, I think the league's in really great hands, and I think Jada posted something crazy like she's a vet, or no, she posted season 6 loading or something like that, and Madge messaged back and was like vet, and I was like, wow, that's they have arrived. It's their league, and the duality of being able to play in the WNBA and then wanting to come back and play here and, continue to build this into what an amazing league and representation of basketball internationally it can be, the talent it attracts, I think is just phenomenal. And, when I asked Iz to come here, I said, I would love to help you make that next step or be a part of what helps you to make that next step to go to the league and play at the next level. I was really excited with that opportunity, and she's just met every challenge. And I think, we still haven't seen the best of Izzy, which is saying something.
I do have a question.
Yeah, pretty good effort, Kelsey. Win tonight, 3-1, and you got Adelaide and or Perth next Sunday, and Sydney. Another tough road trip.
Yeah, absolutely. The old doomsday double, the Perth and Adelaide trip. Yeah, look, for us, obviously we'll pour the same amount of focus into every game and reload. For today, we'll continue to enjoy this win. I think that's the one thing that with a new group coming in and just sometimes wins can be really hard to come by, and you work really hard for them. So just trying to be in the moment as best as possible. So I'm not as review heavy going into this, but yeah, Perth are going to be a tough game. They're playing good basketball, and Adelaide are no different. I think they're a real danger team, and especially in Adelaide.
And the crowd got behind us. Bendigo in the last quarter was my heart rate was pretty high too.
Our home crowd have been awesome, absolutely awesome. And to the same, KG spoke about the 6 games on the road, the importance of actually playing at home and letting the community build some hype around how good this team can be and is playing, for us is so important. And just getting to see all the kids sign signatures, and even I signed a couple today. It made me feel really important, so thank you.
It's pretty amazing, right? In Bendigo, they just got to see 4 Olympians, play, bronze medalists, right here on our doorstep, future Opals, future WNBA players. So I think it's, it's incredible, and I don't think people take that for granted. Like the fact that here in Bendigo you can come and see Olympians play, representing your town. I think it's awesome. Something that's really special about the WNBL as well.
DJ, great game.
Thank you.
You had a double-double. How do you find, as a captain, how do you find communicating with the younger players? Do you ever get lost in translation?
To be honest, our young ones are awesome. I can't believe I'm 17 years older than Izzy Borlase. I can't, it blows my mind. I can, but I also can't. Because our group takes being a pro so seriously, and they want to be great. And so for me, and I hope that they know that I care deeply about them and their career. And so building that rapport and that trust that, what I'm saying and what I'm wanting from them is in their best interest, or in my perception of their best interest. And so I take that responsibility quite seriously. And so I think because of that, the communication, there aren't really many breakdowns. And I think as the season builds and with each test that we have and the more trust we build, because it just takes time and chemistry takes time, that they'll continue to trust me and what we're trying to do here. But I don't always get it right, and I'll be the first to admit that, but I do hope my teammates know that I have their best interest in heart, and I think that helps with the communication.
Have you learned any slang from
No, we don't really have a group like that, do we? No, we don't really, and that's probably a benefit to me, I don't know. But I think they do tease me a bit and I tease them a bit, and like, yeah, we do joke around about it. I think I'm closer in age to their parents than I am to them, but that's okay. We all make it work.
Awesome, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
You guys enjoy the rest of your night.
You too.
As